Yo, an unexpected error occurred, so we are not live on Facebook. Not a huge loss. Still live on Twitch and YouTube. Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. How are you? Cheers. Oh my God. What a weekend, man. What a weekend. Just tuning in for the quick. I didn't get to one yesterday. I was supposed to, I said I was going to stream an hour every day and missed yesterday, second day in, but good reasons. It was Daddy Daughter Day. Daddy Daughter Day always wins out. It was a great day with my daughter. Went to dance, went to go get croissants and coffee. Ended up coming back home and kicking it for a little bit. Then went to the park and met up with one of her new friends. Then we went to Wendy's, always a big winner. Then we got to hang out, do Play-Doh and art all day. And then got to go out and see an awesome concert in Cambridge and Harvard at Sanders Hall with Chadwick Stokes, replaying a bunch of state radio stuff, 1972, his rock opera, and it's a yearly thing, Calling All Crows. Great cause. Honestly, my favorite musician of all time. And it's so crazy just get to see him every year in such a small, intimate venue like that. I actually think on my story here, got a little bit going. Oh, that was me just saying I was on stream. Left a little couple Easter eggs in there for you guys. So if you're about that. So this was at Sanders Hall last night in Harvard. Yeah, so last night was supposed to be a Cage Titans night. We have a Plymouth Memorial Hall, and I went to Sanders Memorial Hall, and we weren't fighting, but we were fighting a good fight. You know, if you know Chad, it's all I literally walked in during gunship Politico. So very necessary concert. Always good to recharge my good liberalness every now and then. And he's not that lived up, man. It's all about equality. That's what it's about. Anyway, that was a great time. I go with my wife. I go with my dad. Every year, my dad got these for Christmas present for us, and it was a tough one because originally it was supposed to be on Cage Titans that night, and we were like shitting bricks about that date. Not because I wasn't excited for Cage Titans. It's just that we were going to be coming off the Boston show, and that would have also come out February, January. We did a December show, and we did a November show. So we were just pushing that engine super hard. So Mike made the call to push back March, which I ended up being maybe the best decision we could have made at the time. And yeah, last night got to go out, have a great night. We were a little late to the show. Can't lie about that. I wish I could have stayed the whole time. We came to the end and it's just like, oh, one more song for the outcry. I'm just standing there. And it was definitely small enough. I could have screamed out like 5 more songs, 10 more songs. Like it was the Foo Fighters, because I remember that encore from the Foo Fighters where they do a 2-hour show and they were coming out for the encore and they'll be like, okay, we'll do 1 more song, 2 more songs, 3 more songs, 4 more songs, 8 more songs. Like I always thought that was the sickest way to come out to an encore. That's why the Foo Fighters rock. So every time there's like an encore, I'm like, no, do 10 more songs. Don't do 1 more song. Do 10. Who cares? Go over the time. But it was such a good show. I think on my personal channel, which I never really look at on this. So there's SoNick Films. There's this guy. And then there's me, SoNick. So let's go to search. Searching up. Yep, you can see in my search history, I checked in on Wednesday last night, and I was also trying to I found out recently that a lot of the kids that I've shot for, I don't actually follow, and it means something for me to follow them, which I didn't think that was the case. The reason I don't follow back a lot of them is because why the hell do you want me following you? What's a follow from me do for you? I always thought it's like, hey, keep a respectful distance. They don't even tag you on the photos, so maybe it's just not that deep. And maybe it's just like, hey, just give me the photos, back off me, SoNick. It's all good. I respect that distance. But to know, I put up in my story, it's like, hey, if I shot for you and I don't follow you and you'd like me to follow you, just like the story, the amount of likes I got on that one was crazy. Again, guys, if you want me to follow you, just reach out to me. It's okay. I have no problem throwing around a follow. I really don't. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. But yeah, this my personal page. So this is me just messing around, but I have more stuff from last night. This was such a cool show, man. What a room. Harvard's one of my favorite places. State radio. If you're not familiar, get familiar. But just an unbelievable room. I mean, Harvard, Cambridge vibes. It's just hard to beat, man. It really is. Yep, this was for the encore. Well, they actually came out and they did the rock opera right after this. But dude, this crowd everybody knew every word. It was such a nice vibe. It was very intimate. It really felt like, it's like, hey, we're in the clubhouse with all the people that just get it. And there's my wife and my dad. I always love going to get to hang out with them because, again, it's just like to have a dad and a wife that have such amazing music taste. It's because of my wife who Chadwick is, really. I owe my entire fandom of Chadwick Stokes to my wife. So thank you, Nicole. Thank you. So Daddy Daughter Day, that was yesterday. Not to get too much into my personal life here, guys. But yeah, dude, that's the other side of me. But yeah, man, it was a really great weekend. We started with the girls lacrosse team, which I'm actually working on the photos right now. Like I said, it was Daddy Daughter Day yesterday. Daddy Daughter Day had to take the priority, but all the photos are uploaded. Just need some minor touch ups, and then I have a hype reel that's coming, and then also for girls hockey, I also have the year end recap coming, and that's going to be really cool. I can't wait to drop that one. I actually took that one back down to the bare bones, and it's like I hate the song. We're gonna switch the song, and that restructured the whole video. But I think it's gonna actually serve the video much better down the line. But let's bring it back to Wing C because, dude, yes, you saw I was creeping because I was dying to see how that went. Because again, Wing C is an interesting case study in mixed martial arts right now, and I work in the mixed martial arts industry. So if you didn't know, he probably did. He posted it. Oh my God, the stones on this guy. He posted it himself getting KO'd. So this happened last night. What is it? Future 5 FFL. This is his pro debut, and yep, just got caught. I didn't know his opponent too well, Nelson, but I could tell very much by the way he was going to. This guy was not brought in or did not come in to lose. He was coming in to fight. He was coming in to fight. And Wing C, dude, to his credit, I haven't seen much of the other parts of the fight other than this, but it's the same thing that happens. So hands low, dips to the side to try to get some head movement, and he makes a read on that. He just lays up the head kick, just throws it up. Oof. But okay, pause there. Hold up, I'm gonna pause. So, oof. That's clean, man. That's shin to dome. And yeah, dude, it doesn't matter how tough you are, how hard you train, man. You get hit in the head all bad. Good God. Oh. Yeah, he tries to recover, gets clipped right there and got hit on the chin right there when he wasn't looking. And those are the ones that really do the most damage. So again, but look at this. Tries to collect himself. I've been there, bud. No shame in it. But yeah, the one thing I did notice at the end is how he stands. And I find that incredibly honorable. Now, first off, shout out to Nelson. What the dude went out there and did the job. But look right here. He knows what's happening. He knows what's happened to him. He's collecting himself. And he's in this moment, it's like, I got to maintain my dignity. And he did that. I think that was very honorable. I think that shows that his head was still in it, that his intentions are still very pure, and that there's still hope for Wing C. So for people who don't know who Wing C and who I'm talking about right now, this guy is a viral street beefs fighter. And he's been getting massive attention from amateurism, which is completely unheard of in mixed martial arts right now. Like, I know great MMA fighters. And Cage Titans, we have, I think, the best amateur division in all of mixed martial arts. The best amateur anything. And yeah, dude, none of us get any of this type of coverage. We get millions of views, we go viral, but we don't get major MMA media coverage from like Ariel Helwani and all these other people. Demetrius Johnson has collaborated with this kid, and it's because of stuff like this, because he's kind of he's an aura farmer. He's a character. Now, I wanted to comment on this one, but I decided, like, I keep my haterade in my pocket. Like, Captain America Jerry Muse has been doing this bit for a bit, bringing out the cosplay guys, the characters. He does it with Spider-Man. He walks him out. He dresses like Jerry Muse dresses as Captain America and comes out as Jerry Muse. So hold up. I can find him real quick. So Captain America Jerry Muse. He's a Cage Titans fighter, currently in the Army. One of my favorite human beings. Whatever his skincare routine is, I need to know, because the dude has the cleanest, clearest skin I've ever seen. People say, "What's your skincare routine, SoNick?" And I'm like, I don't have one. I want to know what Jerry Muse's is. But Jerry Muse, very cool dude. Let's see. This is when he won by Twister. That's a clip that he put together. But if you look at his thing, he's been doing that one's at that show I don't really like, so I'm not going to highlight that one. This is when he actually did the military walkout. My buddy's in a foxhole. My buddy's in a foxhole. Bullet in his head. King of the walkout, man. I love Jerry Muse. Oh, yeah. So look, Spider-Man, he does these skits. Like, that's Michael Vera. There's a little skit he did. I wish more fighters would do stuff like this. This is awesome.
Hey, Spidey, is Cap around?
Yeah, he's around. He just came back from the army.
Oh, nice. Well, hey, I'm going to shoot it straight. I'm not trying to put out a hit on Cap, but I have a fight on short notice if you guys are interested.
Yeah, of course. This is the Avengers you're talking about. We're always up for a challenge.
So, yeah.
By all means, it's
There's
no
Marvel
easy
versus
fight.
DC.
I got the hitman, Jake Hixenbaugh, and he said he's looking for some revenge on the Cap. You think Cap is in top shape to take this fight on short notice?
Yeah, he's been training to take on just about anyone.
You got it, big bro.
So, he's been doing MMA and getting the rounds in?
Kind of.
Yeah, he's walking a fine line on his training.
I love Jerry so much. I love Jerry. This is all to disarm me from the fact that he's a killer.
All right, Mike. We'll see you on the 22nd.
So yeah, when Wing C started doing all that aura farming, I Jerry home. And yeah, dude, Jerry, unlike Wing C here, has got some pretty gnarly wins. Look, I think this is Xavier's angle. Yeah, this is Xavier. Oh, you cannot let this guy get his hands on you. And he can also throw hands. It's just a crazy part. He reveals something each fight that you didn't know about him in each fight. But yeah, when I saw that he did DC, I was like, okay, well, Captain America, he does Marvel. So he's a fan. I'm not saying that he stole anything. I'm just saying pay homage is all I'm saying. Well, let's go back to Wing C for a second. Now, Wing C, he had a fight for Karate Combat. And yeah, I mean, like, dude had a great showing. And here's the thing, guy's not garbage. He's not, man. He's got skills. He is just of the understanding of which most people is that it's a show. It's a show. You have to bring the show. You have to bring the interest. And you look at these numbers that this kid is driving. Not many amateur MMA guys on their own organic account are putting up these type of numbers. And then you look at the link up sets in with Arnold Allen. Now, again, like, everybody wants to get caught up in this stuff. But the reality of it is, guys, it is a show. You know, people are paying tickets, money to go see you perform. And yeah, man, he's giving these people even just with the walkout, he's giving people their money's worth. He's giving them their value and then some. I mean, you never see nothing like this kid. Yeah, dude, I'm all about this kind of stuff. I'm all about it. Now, here's the thing. Everybody said this is not humble. This is not fighting. This is not. Guys, like, it's a show. It's a show. It's not to see who the best martial artist is in the world all the time. It's about seeing this guy is fun to watch fight. I want to see him fight. So right now, given the position he's in, like, you know, people are like, oh, will he get to the UFC? Guys, who the hell cares? Like, he could fight anywhere and people will watch. That is the point of what we're trying to do here. He's a draw. And look, here's Demetrius Johnson after his last loss. But this is also the reason why people are invested in this guy, because it doesn't just stop at the fight. Every moment of his life you're a part of his journey. He considers himself a main character in an anime, and everybody else is just kind of a character, a side character, or an NPC, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, dude, he's telling the story. And DJ is awesome, dude. Like right here, he's saying all the right things.
I want to go train. I want to go train. Well, you can when you get. But you did a good job. You rocked him with the right hand. You slipped me through the right. When you move, the move is so good. But you just gotta make sure, like, when you want to move like that, you're at a distance, that you make them miss, and then you come back and hit them. Or when you get super close, you're better off to move your hand up. So if you do duck in there, this is gonna basically protect you. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're good. I'll meet you at the top.
Yeah,
it's just character building. I know.
Yeah, so people would see this as like performative or cringy or whatever. Dude, first, Demetrius Johnson said the exact right thing that you're supposed to say to a guy in that situation. Is that, hey, man, don't focus on everything that you did wrong. Focus on the things that you did right. And again, like in the same thing that just happened here, if he just takes a step back, and dips out with this, he's out of range of that head kick. One more step back, but he was trying to find a space to go in. And again, like as somebody who enjoys that kind of herky-jerky, kind of flam style, I fight that way too when I'm sparring. You just, the thing that you know is like, okay, if I'm going to open myself up to this to make the guy engage me so he'll throw a big shot so I can counter and hit him with something big, I have to put myself in a super vulnerable position where my hands are down, where I'm exposed, my chin is out, or just I have to do that, but it's a risk reward thing. So to have the type of spectacular knocks and to have those type of like highlight reel stuff, you have to put yourself in harm's way. And he was doing that for the sake of the show. This was a little much, but again, generating intrigue. That first hook got a bunch of people who had never watched, let's see, who's the promotion again? Future Fight League. But look at also all of this social media coverage from Knockout. Like, so Knockout's got 2.4 million followers from straight up just ripping people's stuff, these pages. We have to work with them. I do appreciate the work that they do. It's good content aggregation, but let's be friggin' for real. A lot of this stuff, like that 2.4 million, it's based off of taking other people's clips. And here's the thing. I would love to get more collaborations with Cage Titans on these type of pages if we have to do that. But they're doing this organically because they know if they post Wing C, like they're going to get views. They're going to, if they post this type of shit, they'll get views. As opposed to, it's like when we go to Cage Titans and we're trying to find like media coverage, we're trying to find people that will cover it as a legitimate sport and not trying to cover the freak show. Like one of the things that bothered me, I almost quote tweeted it this morning, saw it on Twitter. Hold on, let me see. It was on Barstool Sports, and it was also reposted by Ariel. It was reposted by Spin and Backfist, which is the Barstool affiliate. But let me see. March Madness. I don't give a I don't care. I don't care about March Madness. I don't care. I'm just trying to find. I should have bookmarked the tweet. So when I go back and I start doing this more, I'm gonna start bookmarking the tweets. But let's get off of. God, I can't stand Barstool sometimes. Man, they're like, again, it's more of these content aggregators that, like, again, like I understand their need. I'm about original content. Back to this. Oh, so this is the clip here. Horacio. So this is the only time regional MMA ever gets any major coverage when stuff like this happens.
Surpreendente a forma como ele traz.
Look at this. So it's a good knockout. Okay, downward elbow. But it's all about the ref. It's not about the fighters. It's not about the show. It's not about anything. It's about the ref. Okay, yep, knocked out. Steps in. Doesn't stop the fight. Eats another one. That got reposted everywhere. Reposted everywhere. And here's the thing. Badass. Looks like it rocks. I'm basing this on the commentary. It looks like Brazil. Yeah. Like, dude. Like, this is the only time we ever get regional MMA coverage, because if you look at everything else, it's like just UFC. Oh, I did catch a little bit of the UFC in London last night. It didn't look, like I said, it was Daddy Thursday during the middle of all of the UFC London stuff. So it's like, I really wasn't that locked in. I was checking in as things were going. We had Lane. Lane did not have a good night. He's very good getting knocked out. Oh, this one. Oh, you want to talk about risk reward style, bro? Pink Panther had a rough one. The dude in the pink shorts. So he was a big hype prospect coming out of FCC. I don't want to get copyright credit, so I'm going to switch off of that real quick because it's a UFC clip and the UFC don't play. And I already got a copy strike this morning from Spectation Sports, my own broadcaster, on a video that is mine. My video got copyright strike. A video from my own camera. Spectation Sports, dude. I'm not mad at you guys. I love you guys. I need to get on the phone with my homie and get that one resolved, because I'm not getting copyright strike from my own videos. And if that happened to me, then that could happen to the Cage Titans channel, which cannot happen. But yeah, again, like, I'm just not trying to get copyright strike. And Pink Panther, back to dude. So let's go over the UFC Instagram page, because I don't think we can get flagged for anything that they posted over there, because I'm not replaying the event. So they made a huge point for Pink Panthers here. Luke Campbell out of FCC, who the MMA on Point guys made a huge video for. He was on Dana White Contender Series. Where is my internet? There we go. Yeah. So I didn't see I got to rewatch Leon Murphy and Emma Bob, but like as it was you pull out, which I can't believe. Everybody's mad at MVP because MVP came out to Michael Jackson. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. No subtle messaging there. Let's see. Yep, this dude had himself a night. Oh yeah. So Luke Campbell, right here. They put a lot of. Oh, Curtis Campbell. Curtis Campbell. Luke Campbell is somebody else. I am so sorry, but yes. So Pink Panther. He's a Liverpool guy.
The hot pink tighties always stay on, so we had to change it for the series last time, but now the back.
If you ever want to do a Liverpool accent, just act like you're fucking gargling on something. Just gargle like that, and then you can sound just like a fucking Scouser. You can sound just like SD Kid. You sound just like Dan Till and Paddy Pimblett. No, but so this guy, he's awesome. He's just a brawling marauder, man. He just walks right to you. It's a little bit like, so in this type of fighting style, it's the quickest A to B is walk through the fire, get your hands on him, start breaking him down, and at this point, beat him until he gives up a submission. Or if you can keep beating him up, beat him up. But that's been his style and his bread and butter. But the thing is, 8-0 on the regional scene, you can play that kind of loose and fast style and say, it's like, hey, I'm willing to take big shots. I'm willing to do this. What happened to him, and I don't think I can play the clip. I don't think I can play the clip with no audio real quick. Well, this is not the broadcast view, but see, look, again, somebody that has clean boxing like Silva does, and you're going with that walk straight forward type style, this is what can happen. This is the risk you run. But it's a risk that a guy like Campbell is calculatingly taking. He's not just running in there with his hair on fire for no reason. He's fighting like his hair on fire because he understands that the quickest A to B is to just go to him, clinch up, get him close to the fence, get him on the back foot, and just break him down. Like literally just pressure him to death and then just be more violent than him. This is a very time-honored style in MMA, but understandably so, it has its drawbacks. Like every style, it has its drawbacks. And when you want action fighters and you want this type of stuff, you got to also be willing to understand it's like, hey, they're going to lose. They're going to take big shots because in MMA, the margin of error is so small, it just takes one tap on the chin and you're sitting down. That's the reality. So, but the UFC apparently had not the best night of business. Not the best night because a lot of the chatter around this one was that, hey, it was kind of a mid-card comparatively to what we've had in London in the past. The crowd wasn't entirely there. Oh, this knockout was dirty. See, more regional MMA to get coverage like when somebody does something like this, like that's, no matter where you are, that is a awesome knockout. And if you want to find this stuff, everybody just steals from Caposa. Everybody steals from this guy right here. He's the one actually covering every single thing. Oh, so this is like a Wing C highlight.
That puts Haverkamp on his heels.
Big tear. Big tear. That's the problem with the hands low style. That's the problem with the hands low style. I fight that hands low style, and I understand, dude, that's the brutal reality of it. It giveth, it take away, man. To make the space and to create opportunities to do those awesome things, you have got to put yourself in position to also get dunnied like that. Sucks, man. But here's the thing: Wing C will be back. He'll be back. This guy covers everywhere in the world. Like, look at that. That's awesome. That's a great finish. See, Alexis, he looks like a dude. But again, I really wish more people would get into this side of MMA because this is more interesting than the UFC to me. Because when they get to the UFC, the journey's almost kind of completed. And I remember coming up and it wasn't the champions that were the main draw for me. It was seeing a guy come into it and go through the ranks and the journey to get to the top. That was really the most investment part of it for me. Now that's kind of reversed even a little further. It's like, I want to see these guys from amateurs get to the UFC. And then when they get to the UFC, it's kind of like mission complete for me. Like, you guys did it. I want to see guys get to that level. And by which ways they're coming out of from, that's really like the biggest thing for me. Let's see what's going on here. Oh man, dude, this again, like this sucks because a normal amateur fighter or a pro debut guy gets head kicked like that, nobody's really checking for it. He's been reposted everywhere, and that's a tough one. But again, that's also the reason why, as a pro, he can now fight anywhere in the world, demand a top dollar bag. He's dropped the big girls in mixed martial arts right now, and you can't say that about like these guys right here. It's like, oh, these guys are better fighters than Wing C. It's like, yeah, but guess what? Not one of them is touching Wing C's numbers, and they're not going to touch his sponsorships. They're not going to touch his online pay-per-view sales if he gets a affiliate link for that. And I think that fight was close to his hometown, so he probably sold a lot of tickets. So he probably made a pretty good bag eating that head kick that night. And he didn't come out of there with nothing. He came out of there with a lot. And again, he's not in a terrible position within the fight industry. Dude, okay, so put this like Wing C could go 0-8 in his next fights, and it won't affect him that much. He'll still draw huge numbers. He'll still get all the attention. He'll still because again, that's what people are responding to now. For all these other great fights and great fighters, like let's just see that. I don't know what's going on here. Future MMA. All right, now are we going to start talking about this guy? Look, 3,800 views. Like 5 retweets. Let's scroll back up to a Wing C. Yeah, dude, it's not. That's the difference. That's the difference. That's what we're talking about here. And, again, like the way I think he recovered and the way he handled it, because, again, like if I get KO'd, I'm not posting it the next day and making a haha about it. You're not hearing from me for a bit, but that's me. And I think that, again, it's the one thing I have to keep telling myself about this generation. It's not that deep to them. It's not that deep. Like when I see that stuff because of the generation I came out, it's like, you're not taking this seriously. You're being disrespectful. But the reality of it is like, no, dude, we know this is a show. We're out here having fun. It's part of it. Like, just get with it. And that's what it is. Like, there's tons of fighters like that. But I would like to see Wing C take that step of just like, hey, if you're going to be a fun action fighter, just make fun fights. Let's put you together with some fun other B-sides and other people that can really draw out a good side of you and build you back up a bit. If I'm his manager, if I'm his coach, I'm like, hey, man, next guy we face, like, let's take a guy who has an underwater record. Let's take a guy out of a freaking bus station that can pass a bus test and just go out there and style up a highlight reel again. Like, let's get you back juiced up because you're in pros now. You can do that. You can do that. You're not going to do it at Cage Titans, but you can do that somewhere. There's definitely a promotion that'll make that fight for you. So that's if I'm Wing C. That's when I'm Wing C a little bit. Again, I'm kind of turning this into the Wing C stream, which we don't need it to be. Anyway, we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We got lacrosse coming up. I think I posted something about lacrosse on my story. Oh, no. So that one went away. I think. Yep. That was the one about the likes, Harvard University, and then the stream of which one person is watching. We appreciate you. But yeah, doing a good thing. Where are we in? 28 minutes. But yeah, man, we're definitely got some cool stuff in the docket soon. I'm really excited about this week. I'm really excited about the things we got going on. Cage Titans, dude. We just got some big fight news coming in. Some of the names, matchups we got coming in right now. Bro, May 9th is going to be a movie. I cannot wait. I'm at the point now where I just miss Cage Titans so much. I miss it. So we little teasy tease about that one, little teasy tease about that one. So we got a lot of cool stuff soon. Oh, right here. Good old Ryan Woodside. Boom. Baba boom. Combat Wear had some amazing shots from this one. I love this one because, again, I feel like we talked about this with the photographers yesterday. Like when the crowd is uplit in the back, it just makes the show look so much better. So much better. If we can keep the crowd lit to just show that crowd, because again, that's like when the crowd is dark, it just makes it seem like we're in any other place that we could be. But when the crowd is lit, man, when the crowd is lit up, Phil, the lighting guy, let's keep that crowd nice and lit up, man. I want to see my crowd. We got a beautiful crowd. I want to see them. But yeah, I cannot wait to get back to Cage Titans. Let's see what's going on YouTube real quick. Oh yeah, Hassan is in Cuba, and everybody's like, he's at a 5-star hotel that champagne socialist. It's like, yeah, but dude, it's like, you think he can stream out of a friggin' cabana, boys? Like, come on, give me a break. Of course. He's there with like a bunch of other kind of like he's there with like the kneecap guys and a bunch of other activists who are trying to Gary V, stop pushing this friggin' out of him. He's done. He's cooked. I watched him with the other stuff. Yep, I got through halfway through Sean Avery. What's it? Trap or Ross? Dude, what is this guy even doing with his life anymore? I don't understand. All right, so YouTube's giving me absolute bub kiss right now. Absolute bub kiss. But we still got plenty left to do. We still got plenty of that. I'm so happy with this new microphone. It is so sick. I find myself like, it makes me want to tune in and stream more and do that thing. Oh, wait, hold up. Take this moment in time to give another quick thank you. John Ashburn for this awesome picture. I'm going to full screen real quick. My John Ashburn original. There's me, there's Colby, and there's Ryan, all Milton High goalies, 2009, 2026, 2025. But I really love this one. And the more I look at it, the one thing that I like kind of take away from it, it's like, it's my job to look after these dudes, to take care of these guys. Because when I was in the net, like, I wish I had social media coverage. I wish I had videos. I wish I had more photos. I wish I had those things. It was always like, the one thing is like a player, I wish I felt seen, like for the work I did and like the way I wanted to be seen. So to be able to give that to these two kids is awesome. And also, again, like I said, John's a goalie. We're all goalies. Nobody gets goalies but us because we're all weird. So I really appreciate that. I'm getting a frame for that today. I'm going to hang it up in my office forever. And also, I got a very nice thank you card from Milton Girls Hockey. I'm not going to read it out loud. It's just a nice thank you letter from the team. But this meant a lot to me because, again, like I said it before, like my teams or in my playing career, I never won the big one. Never had the gloves throw off moment. Never had that. So to be a part of the girls in their state championship win was such a huge, and to be hanging out with them for the whole season was just an absolute honor. And like now I got to see some of the girls, you know, they're onto their spring sports now. And I remember, I'm not going to give the girls' name away, but she's like, hey, you reposted that. That meant so much to me. And I was like, that means a lot to me. That means something to you. I didn't even know how to take that because like, I'm legitimately a fan of all these players and all these kids. Like I'm in awe of what the things they can do. And yeah, man, it's really, really cool. I appreciate what I'm doing. I just hope I can keep bringing it. I just hope I can keep bringing it to fire because lacrosse season, man. And I'm super excited about the girls lacrosse team. They look awesome this year. They look awesome. I was there for the first practice. Yeah, they're going to put up some points this year. Definitely come out and see them play. Worth it. But yeah, so Wing C, UFC last night. PFL did Madrid, which again, that was another one where they said that I liked the show. I actually got to sit down and watch that one a little bit. I talked a little bit about PFL and MMA on my last stream. Yeah, they broke over. And at the same time, Cage Warriors. Oh, no, wait, dude. Let's go to Cage Warriors real quick. We'll go to Cage Warriors after. PFL did Madrid. They did a good show. So Costello ended up being the guy. Beat Fabian Edwards, Leon Edwards' guy with short brother with short elbows. But the coverage on this is great. The one thing I would change is that we got to watch this. This isn't like I tell my photographers and my camera guys all the time, do not show empty seats. I don't care what the point of the night is or what's going on. You hide empty seats because it just optically doesn't look that good because that place was filled. I understand what's happening. The context of what's happening is that the show is over and the fans are clearing out. It's not like the place was empty the whole night, but optically, because if you look at this one, filled with people, blurred background. That's what we look for. But the iPhones especially, because there's such a different aperture, they show off the crowd. But look at this. That's a full build. That's a good house. That's a good house for breaking into a new market. And they did a really good job loading the undercard with a bunch of Spanish guys, and they had great performances. But yeah, that's a good house for a first time. Like, okay, I'm starting to see right here, we have some emptiness. Over here, we have some emptiness. But yeah, I think they overall had a very good show. Social media wise, Gio and the team absolutely smashed it like they always did. Dude, they had like Mbappe there. They had like so many huge soccer stars there. So it's not like nobody important showed up to this thing, man. It was a big deal. And I thought that it really well. The promo packages were good. And also at the same time, because it was UFC London, Cage Warriors does the back-to-back shows as a lead-in. Cage Warriors is one of my favorite shows, man. If you guys are into European MMA or just need more MMA in your lives, Cage Warriors will definitely fill that need for you because it's so unmistakably European. And that's what I love about it. If it could ever load, I could show you guys. But yeah, the Yellow Gloves, Cage Warriors. What is up with my internet right now? Okay, here we are. Yeah, so they announced on the same day PFL, they announced their Spain card that they're coming to Spain. Talent signings. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Jordan, he was formerly in the UFC. Dude's got the look. Dude's got the look down, and he can definitely crack. He was 0-2 in the UFC. Came back to Cage Warriors. But, oi, what a shot. Love to see that. Yeah, these guys do an amazing job of their coverage for their shows, the promotion for their shows. And since they're more international than we are, they do have a much bigger following. But it's not without reason, man. Cage Warriors is one of those promotions that you could take off UFC Fight Pass and they would be perfectly fine. I feel like they could promote and do without UFC Fight Pass. But with the UFC Fight Pass partnership, they create a perfect link from European MMA to the UFC. And that system has worked incredibly well in creating new stars. Yeah, but let's look at the scenes here. Scenes. Crowd dive. Love that. That's a tough graphic, tough picture. And also, again, like it's an open format. Like, yes, it is heavily European, but there are Brazilians that come in there and mess stuff up. You know, they got people all around the world. I had a few Cage for where what was it? They also run out of San Diego, which is where their main offices is. I'd love to go to Cage Warriors San Diego, man. That looks like an awesome show. They do it outside with like Steve-O and stuff. It's cool. Let me see. I'm trying to find, but like you look at the way they set up their shows, it's very intimate, cool feeling. Honestly, like if you had to tell me like I'm in London for the weekend, it's like you can only go to UFC or you can go to Cage Warriors. I'm taking the Cage Warriors pass every time. Every time. Like, not even a question. They'd be like, hey, we put Aspinall and Paddy Pimblett and Darren Till and Michael Bisping are coming back on the UFC card. It's like, that is tempting. But Cage Warriors. I'm going to Cage Warriors. That's just me personally. Because I just feel like this is a vibe and a of MMA you just cannot get anywhere else in the world. And also, again, like you see like people here on the come up who are just like, I don't know who these guys are, but like I'm interested to find out more about them. They all probably got funny accents. They all probably got inter-gym beefs that we don't know about. Get this man back on the UFC. Get this man back on the UFC. Look how good his tattoos look. No, dude, again, like, if the guy draws numbers and you can make fun fights with him, sign them. Oh, Luke Kavanaugh, this guy's sick. This guy's sick. He just beat Brandon Moreno, which nobody was expecting. Yeah, boys. Yeah, those backstage interviews are absolutely nails. Love that. But what they do is they do the same thing that we do, which is rotate the type of content that we're putting out there. So you have the high resolution camera footage. You have, let me see. You have the iPhone footage right here. You have broadcast right here. You have, yep, again, high resolution photography, graphics, which is a layer that we could add. Sponsored ad post, graphic, iPhone. But yeah, it's all about divvying up the type of content, because the one thing that I think most people are still married to, older social media managers, people around my era, they still give a crap about grid aesthetic. Like, it's like the grid's got to look a certain way. The grid, things have to be thematic and color. It's like, dude, nobody looks at your grid like that. Like, chill out. Just post everything. Nobody's looking at the page being like, the grid looks so pretty. Nobody's doing that anymore. So divvying up your content for all these different types of styles and not, oh yeah, they have the backroom interview style, which is very good. We do these with Randy. Randy has his own style, which is what I love about Randy. He brought his own flavor to it, his own kind of way. But yeah, this is all great stuff from Cage Warriors. If you need more MMA in your life, especially if you're a fan of soccer or something like that, you love the vibe of this. Like the way the call is like, unbelievable. He's doing it again. Unbelievable. Like it's such a vibe. But there's also a lot of other good promotions out of there. You got so Curtis Campbell came out of, let's see, FCC. Yep, Full Contact Contender. This one's out of Liverpool. Let's see. Yep, Curtis Campbell. Big promotional push behind this kid. 229 likes, not bad. But again, he's a character. He was somebody that instantly you could come in and market around very, very well. And they do a lot of the stuff that Cage Titans does. Oh, they're at 50K? Oh, we got to pass them on that. I love you guys at MMA on Point. I love you guys at FCC, but oh, that just fired me up today. I'm going to catch you guys soon. But there's tons of great MMA out there that people just aren't really just so kind of like hyper focused on the UFC. But when you start getting into these like minutia of smaller scenes and regional MMA, you see that there's just so much good fighting out there. It's the same thing that happens with hockey. It's like, yeah, I watch the NHL, but you're missing out on college hockey. KHL's pretty sick too. EuroLeague's pretty sick. Same thing with basketball. Same thing with any sport. You know, if you're just league in one level, you're missing out on so much more of the actual sport, like the culture of it. Like that's what I really wish more MMA fans who especially feel disillusioned with the UFC right now. It's like, oh, they don't do this, they don't do that. It's like there's plenty of other promotions that you could support that are absolutely doing these things, like Octagon MMA. They're doing great stuff every day, awesome stuff every day. Is this fight Atlantic League? Back in Fight Pass. 24. Oh man, that was actually a pretty good callback. Like that. Packs this stuff. So guys, yeah, I hate to be the one to break this one to you, but a lot of those cool effects that guys use, they're just presets. You can download them, you can buy them, drag and drop. They're not easy, but yes, a lot of us use presets like that. Hold up, Bill, go and start using like Blastoise as a phrase to describe certain endurance. Big man Blastoise, big man Blastoise. Oh, dude, every time you come to line, I'm like, big man Blastoise, big man Blastoise. I love a good Pokemon reference. And also, getting older and maturing is realizing how much you appreciate good offensive line play. Like, like John Hanna back in the day, people always give. Hold up, I'm gonna Google John Hanna real quick. John Hanna. John Hanna Patriots. No, not this guy. I don't know who this guy is. Yeah, so John Hanna, for those kids who don't know, this was the goatiest of goats of interior offensive linemen. Played for the Patriots back in the day. Yeah, dude. When you can I get a full size of this guy? He's 73 right now. People always say it's like, oh, yo, Will Campbell's arms are small. Dead ass, bro. Look at this guy's arms, and yeah, his arms look pretty friggin' small. Hold up, I can just zoom in here. Yeah, bro. Will Campbell's arms look pretty small right now. Oh, God, dude. That guy was a friggin' unit. Dude, absolute backrocked Obama. Baralik. This was in the 70s. Or like the 80s. Look, yeah, 70s to 80s. Dude was built like that, just pushing dudes around, like nasty player. And then we go to Will Campbell. Hold up. I love Will Campbell. I'm not dumping on Will Campbell. But yeah, dude, comparatively. Yeah, dog, your arms look pretty small right now compared to John Hanna. But I love Will Campbell. He's gonna, again, like, for a rookie to take on that type of role and do what he did this year, and also as a vibes guy, man, the guy's all vibes. I love the way he talks. Like, man, you let up 1 sack a game, man. You working at Amazon. Like, he kind of sounds a little bit like Theo. It's cool. But yeah, I was just noticing that friggin' offensive linemen have become a bit of a hyper focus because it's like, yeah, dude, offensive linemen are awesome. Switch so far in free agency. Gardner Minshew went to the Cardinals. Mitch Trubisky still in the league. Bradley Chubb, Pacheco. Kenny Pickett's still in the league. Good for him. Good for him. Sounds at a park. Oh, dude, I want to get into some rugby this year so badly. I'm probably gonna go shoot at the Free Jacks this year, but yeah, dude, if any rugby teams want to book me for something, please let me know. I absolutely freaking love rugby. All Blacks, definitely the squad. Spartan race. Oh God, High Rocks took your shit. Get out of here. Giannetti martial arts. Giannetti's, I can't wait for some of his fighters to start coming into Cage Titans, because that's an inevitability. He's moving into that coaching role very well, and I would not be surprised over the next year or two seeing some of these guys. We're just scrolling Instagram now. Oh, dude, there's a problem with Instagram right now. Is it 316 still? It is not, but this is the 50th time I've seen the same post. Oh, God, Instagram, I can't anymore. And this is a post I like. I should have liked. It's just like, you sure you don't want to like it? It's like, yeah, I saw it. I like it. You post the same one every year. From the altar to the ice. Oh, what is this? Wow. Oh, yeah, it was Catholic night. It was Catholic night at the Mighty Ducks. They should have brought some Quebecois. That would be funny to see them skate around in their monk robes.
Okay. So when you're skating up, you want to plant it on your right leg. Right leg. So you want to hit here and then follow through. Got it.
Oh, you want to try and make contact right like at the heel of the blade.
Santa Margarita. I have no idea what that is, but that's cool. I appreciate being Catholic the more I grow up. I'm hopeful agnostic right now. Well, who knows? I enjoy being Catholic. Just from the sense of like, I like our architecture, I like our traditions, I like our stuff. But I'm a hopeful agnostic at best. Oh, yo, dude, everybody, if you can, go follow Aaron Hughes. He's been dropping absolute gems on his stuff. Really putting in the work on his social media. And he gives great tips that you can use every day. Maria Shafir, pretty tough picture. Dude, I'm over here just searching for nothing. Faith is... I feel that it's funny after I just said that I'm a hopeful agnostic. It's just like, you know, what do I believe in? I believe in the Ninja Turtles. That's where I get most of my morality from. Various things. Oh, it's the Boston Crystal guys. This joke was funny when it first dropped. But again, like if you hit a homer on a piece of content like that, the natural thing is to kind of keep running the thing in the ground. All right, we got a hockey fight. Oh, cool. The Roadrunners. Dude, they used to be an IHL team. I love their jerseys. I need to get one of those. I have an Arizona Coyotes one. Oh, good uppercut. You're punching plastic. That's not a... Take off your buckets. Take off your stupid... It's fake. All right, guys. This is a fake fight. This is as worked as WWE. Take off your friggin' buckets. Take off you're punching plastic. I mean, they're going, but like most of this is on plastic. There we go. Lose the bucket. You should have tossed the bucket to start with. Why are you fighting with a helmet on? They're still going. I give it to the boys. Bauer is definitely no bitch, bro. Bro is still just tossing them. Yeah, good fight. But again, like, for it to be a real hockey fight, you got to toss the bucket. Because otherwise you're just punching plastic. They toss the bucket. Because especially if it's like this, when it's a setup, when you know it's like, hey, we got to get the crowd going, we got something we got to deal with. It's like, you know, it's that. Toss the bucket and the gloves. Because again, like, how many punches are this on plastic? And again, like I say, worked as WWE. It's more work like a Shudo boxing fight or like a Shudo fight back in Japan, where the winner's not predetermined necessarily, but it is worked to the idea of like, hey man, we're going to try to get as much stuff in as we can. and we're trying to get this crowd going so we can draw more money so more people want to come see us do this. That's what most people like. The whole enforcers code and that stuff. Yes, it is valid, but the reality is, for the most part, it's just to sell tickets to people who don't go to hockey games. Because if you talk to people, like I brought people to hockey games that don't watch hockey, that aren't hockey fans, and what do they come for? They're not coming for the play. They want to see somebody drop mitts. That's what they come to see. And especially when you're looking at this is AHL. These guys need to do whatever they can to keep butts in the seats, and one fight a period, guaranteed way to keep tickets coming in, because that's the type of hockey that a lot of casual fans tune in to see, because back in the day, it used to definitely be more like a blood sport. It was kind of in the place of what UFC, like NFL and NHL used to be what the UFC is now, which is like all like the dudes, it's like, I just like violence. I like violence and nastiness and all that stuff. It moved into MMA naturally, was where it should go, but it used to be hockey. And dudes you literally travel around and love teams just because they would get into fights all the time. And yeah, it's a marketing tool. As much as it's a part of the policing of the game, and I completely understand that. I played hockey. I've been out there. Sometimes when it gets that gnarly out there, this actually does tone things down a bit. And it's necessary and it's needed. And in terms of protection for star players, absolutely. But let's also acknowledge that this is some WWE. This is some pro wrestling. This is wrestling. This is working. You're working. You know, this is wink, wink, nod, nod. Hey, we're going to go for a bit. We're going to get this crowd going. But afterwards, drink beer. We're all good. It's all about drawing money to the house. Getting the gimmick over. Getting this gimmick over as me as a goon, me as an enforcer, whatever it is. But yeah, this is a good fight. I'm not going to say it wasn't a good fight. It was a good fight. But like, take off the bucket. That's my rant for that. Dudes rock. Dudes rock. Bring back the sleeveless baseball jerseys just for the gun shows. For real. That was an era to live through, the sleeveless jersey era. Milton used to have those for a bit. They looked ass. They looked ass. I don't know what that is. Power Rangers. Don't care. This is true. College football does regulate. It's like, you know, Sankit Tapori has entered the division. Okay, Louis. Oh, yo, Uber Paddy. This is Uber Paddy from Octagon. The Uber Paddy, if you're not familiar. This dude is sick. This dude is wild. He's juiced to the gills. Which, again, like, this is part of the reason why I also like European MMA a little bit. Like, you know, KSW, stuff like that. You know, people talk about, oh, dude, heavyweights look like shit. This guy's a heavyweight. You know how you look like that? Fucking gas. Gas. Lots of it. Yeah, man. And you know what? Here's the thing. I don't necessarily care if he's on juice or not. I just want to see him go out there and be a Neanderthal. I want to see him go out there, shoot out a leg, try to maul a guy, and be all beat red and crazy. I think he was just at a USC event, and like they're trying to and I definitely think that this is a guy that for MVP MMA, like this guy with his current state of juiciness, even with the laxing of USC testing policies, this guy doesn't even pass the visual smell test. So there's very little chance that this guy's making it into the UFC. But MVP MMA, KSW, and as being the guy for Octagon, like, definitely. So hold up. Let's see. This is how he fights. He's a mixture of Paddy Pimblett and a bit of Brock Lesnar. Look at this. Just grabs an ankle. Will not let go. Will not let go of him. Yep, I'm downstairs. Triangle. Just smushes him. Just smushes him. The Uber Potty. He's coming soon. He's coming soon. All right, we're almost at an hour. I hear my Mel. I hear my daughter upstairs, so I think this is a good time to call it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got good stuff coming this week. Again, like I'm going to be trying to go on for about an hour a day, every day, just kicking it. And I'm going to get better at these. We're going to maybe plan some stuff. I do like doing this in the morning because I do feel like I'm just more myself in the morning. Less of the world has been downloaded into my brain. I can just kind of let it flow. I can just openly react. So I like the mornings, but I'm starting to see that most of my audience doesn't really tune in until after noon or night. So I might switch it up. But thank you guys again for tuning in. Thank you again to all the people who said so many nice things to me this week. It's been one of the best weeks of my life, to be completely honest with you. I mean, like from Sunday at the Garden to Saturday at Chadwick Stokes and Harvard, like just unbelievable week. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate everything. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. And I don't know who the one person was. If it was Zach, love you. But if it was, and I just gave you a shout out for no reason, still love you, Zach. And shout out to the one viewer. We appreciate you. See ya.